Hello, STAGRO family. All right, welcome back to our channel, guys. This is a wonderful, of course, today's episode is going to be awesome. So, if you look behind me, this is our plantain orchard. But before I dive into today's video, my name is Mr. Tochku. This is STAGRO Farms. We're into plantain farming, banana farming, fruit trees as well, jackfruit, soursop, sweet sop, purple star apple, custard apple, orange, mango, name it. If you're a lover of fruit trees, you might do well to subscribe to this channel. If you're into plantain farming, banana farming, also do well to subscribe to this channel. Turn on the notification bell that anytime we actually upload our videos, will be the first to be notified as well. So, having said that, our orchard is about 1,000 square meters. We are trying as much as we can to squeeze in a couple of things. We also have papaya here, and also we have avocado here. Okay. Today we're going to share general knowledge about plantain and banana farming. The first thing you must do before establishing your plantain farm: what do I need to do? What knowledge do I have to possess before I can actually go into a plantain farm? But don't be deterred. Plantain and banana farming, they're generally very easy farm practice surrounding them. Having said that, welcome to this episode. Okay, first of all, if you're aspiring to actually go into plantain farming, we shall be looking at the basic things from the preliminaries. What do I need to do before I start up my plantain or my banana farming? Number one, there's what we call stumping. But before we talk about stumping, you must know the variety of the banana or the plantain which you want to actually put in your orchard. We have good varieties here in southeastern Nigeria. We have a couple of varieties that are good for the market. Number one, when we talk about plantain farming, number one is elephant giant, plantain sucker. We have the hybrids and other varieties, but these two are basically good variety in terms of plantain. So in banana, we have the iron seed banana. This variety has good market value. This is iron seed banana, and is also a good variety with good market value. So you must know some of these things. What does the market entails in terms of quality, in terms of values, in terms of variety that sells, that can actually move the market? So you must know all these things before going into the farm. In fact, either to clear the farm or to do any other thing. But let's look at the basic thing. Number one, like I said earlier, clearing. Clear your bush or clear your farm. This is the first thing you have to do, to clear your farm. After which you stump. Your plantains cannot thrive within an enclosure of forest or within an enclosure of weeds or grasses everywhere. Of course, those grasses are going to share those nutrients. So you need to clear the farm first, burn them, and also stump. Stumping is actually getting rid of uh, dead, decayed roots of old plants, or even still living plants that are still standing in your orchard. You might want to uproot some trees and then get rid of them. They will actually, once you uproot, they will still actually serve you in the farm, because I'm going to get to what you might want to do with those root stumps. When we talk about wood ash preparation, you might be needing those root stumps. But first of all, clear your farm, do stumping is the first thing to do if you are planning on going into banana or plantain farming. So let's look at number two. All right, come on guys, let's look at number two. What's the second thing you need to do? Okay, now I've cleared, I've done stumping. So what is the next stage? The next stage is actually choose your spacing method. So spacing is very important. If you're going into plantain farming or banana farming, you must know the ideal spacing that can actually help the quality of your orchard or of your plantain and your bananas. So spacing, we have 6 by 6 feet, spacing. In fact, you have 6 by 5 feet, 6 by 6, 6 by 7, 6 by 8. You have 10 by 10 or 10 by 12. So the spacing method is heavily influenced by the variety you have, by the fertility of your farm, the level of fertility, and also we might want to look at the airflow pattern. So spacing can actually help to prevent the heavy storm from bringing down your orchard. So we have a three-way spacing. We also have two-way spacing. When we talk about 6 by 6 feet, is a two pattern of spacing, whereby you have here, you put your plantain somewhere here, and also you put somewhere here. So this is just a single file, 6 feet single file. But when we talk about three-dimensional spacing, might be using 6 by 5 by 6. So in this case, you are interlocking, probably in a triangular form, you are interlocking your banana or your plantain so that the breeze or the wind will not bring them down. But we'll go into details of that. But basically, spacing will be your next stage. Like I said, your spacing has to be influenced by the fertility of the soil, by the variety, airflow, and also spacing also helps to actually give the plantain or the banana room for adequate nutrient absorption. So if you are putting your bananas quite close, maybe 4 by 4 feet together, it might not do well. It might not sit well with your plantain or your banana when they tend to actually produce and give you what you need. So you need to actually space them so that they can actually do what, be able to extract enough nutrient and then help them to grow. So but when you interlock them at a space, they tend to compete for nutrient, and that's not what you need. So you need to actually space them out, because they are what, they are top feeders. So they need to actually move their roots to very, in fact, these guys, they can actually move their roots to at least 6 to 7 feet in search of nutrients. So you don't want to plant your bananas or your plantains together and they compete for nutrient in that space. So spacing is very important. Let's look at the third stage. We've talked about clearing and then stumping your farm, and then we talked about spacing. So what's the next thing to do? Okay guys, all right, let's look at the third point. But before we go into the third point, please do well to hit that subscribe button. It will only take you about 2 seconds to actually click. Of course, turn on the notification bell that anytime we make posts of this nature, educative posts of this nature, you'll be the first to be notified. Okay, on a quick one, the third point will be to actually dig your hole. Digging your hole is also very important. You might say that's just to dig a hole, but the size of your hole, the diameter of your hole, the depth of your hole, they all play a role in your plantain farming journey. So why do we talk about hole, the size of hole and the dimensions of hole and the diameter of hole? So here, what I use in terms of depth is actually 1 foot deep and actually 1 foot wide. I have my reasons. The size of your hole can also be determined by the fertility of your orchard. You might want to choose your hole due to the fertility of the area. The fact remains that these guys, they are top feeders. So plantains and bananas are top feeders. So they constantly search for the nutrients at the top layer of the soil. So it will be of a good service to them that you dig quite a shallow hole. When I talk about shallow hole, I mean 1 foot deep. That is what I use, because they always look for their nutrients, for the nutrients which they will actually utilize at the top layer of the soil. So there's no need them going deep to search for the nutrients. Of course, they will never go deep in search of the nutrient. They always want to come up in search of the nutrients. So that's why you have to help them dig your hole so that they will actually utilize the nutrients at the top layer of the soil. So the hole is important. So after you must have done your stumping, clearing, then you choose your spacing, then dig your hole, and the next will be to plant. So but before you plant, there's something you must do, and that will be our fourth point. Okay guys, let's look at the fourth point. What do you need to do? So what next? What do I need to do next? Okay, the next action will be to actually get your manure ready. Before you plant, you must have your manure ready. So this is the time to actually apply manure before planting. So manure application before planting will actually help to boost in terms of fast rooting. Okay, now you might want to add wood ash. If you don't have manure available, you might want to add wood ash to actually help boost rooting, fast rooting, and then easy or quick growth of the plantain or the banana which you've planted now. So, and this is where the utilization of your stump or your woods come to play a very vital role. So those woods you've actually uprooted, or those roots you've actually uprooted from your plant, this is the time to actually burn them, lit them on fire, burn them, then utilize the wood ash or the ash from there to actually establish your plantain. This is what we did. I'm going to be linking it in this video. I'm going to put it up here in this video. You are going to see how we actually applied wood ash during our early stage of this orchard. So you can apply wood ash, you can apply manure during the early stage just to boost the growth of that plantain. So I think basically it's easy. We talked about the stumping, we talked about choosing your spacing, and we talked about choosing the variety, the right variety, then stumping and clearing the farm, choosing your spacing, digging your hole, and choosing the right depth to dig. We have our reasons, and also applying either wood ash or uh, organic manure, then plant. So basically, this is what it takes to actually have a good banana or plantain farm that will actually give you what you need and give you the value for your money. So guys, we've come to the end of this video. Please like, share, subscribe to our channel, and see you on our next video. All right.